There's nothing worse than a police officer who thinks that while he's in uniform and wearing a badge, he has unlimited power and authority over all citizens. Today we're talking about such cops who completely lost their cool when they were caught on camera lying and trying to enforce their made-up laws. Some even arrested citizens unnecessarily. So let's go to the videos. This cop stopped a man because he thought his car's tags were expired. Because of this, he asked for the man's driver's license and ID. However, the tags were not expired, so the cop had no right to demand any documents from the man. Displeased that the man didn't comply with his unfounded demands, the cop took it a step further and detained him. He even ordered the man to get out of the car. Aware of the risk to his civil rights, the man recognized this as a significant threat. After all, cops are supposed to make you feel safe, aren't they?
It's gonna turn out very poorly for you.
It's fine, but you're not telling me what's going on, and that ain't right.
I'm gonna tell you what the deal is. You're probably suspended, so you don't want to give me your license.
I don't have to give you my information.
Okay.
Tell me what's going on. And that ain't right, because I just renewed my tags in October 2015.
Okay.
So my tags is good. So, am I free to go?
No, you're not free to go. This is an investigatory stop, all right?
This is the whole stop?
Sir, you want to
What, sir?
All right. It's gonna end poorly for you now. How about that?
I'm just saying, you got to let me know what's going on.
All right, here's the deal.
For all I know, you could be trying to kill me right now.
You're absolutely ridiculous, all right?
I don't care.
All right, step out of the car.
It's been 2 minutes. I'm not stepping out the car.
In this situation, the cop displayed extreme unprofessionalism by issuing demands to the man without any justification. He seemed to believe he wasn't required to provide reasons for his demands, which couldn't be further from the truth. Unexpectedly, 2 more cops arrived to join him. One of the officers couldn't tolerate the man's resistance and decided to arrest him. However, the situation escalated further. This cop shattered the man's car window, forced the door open, and then along with his colleagues, they all attempted to forcibly remove the man from his vehicle. This entire ordeal unfolded despite the man not having broken any laws. His only defense was opposing the cops. I hope he pursued legal action against all 3 for assault.
Can you tell me what's going on?
All right, open the door.
Hey, put this on camera. Put this on camera. You gotta let me know what's going on, man. You're not doing it.
You're going to jail is what's going on.
For what? You ain't... What charges? On what charges? Wow.
Get out of the car now. Yo, my shit, my shit, get outside! Yo, my shit, my shit, get outside! Yo, my shit, my shit, get outside! Get out of the car, man! Get out of the car! Get out of the car! Get out of the car! Let me get out of the car! Okay, get out!
Get out of the car!
You ain't getting out of the fucking car. Get out of the car.
This time, a group of cops decided to confront a journalist who was taking photos and filming a scene of an accident. All the cops saw this as a perfect chance to boost their egos. One cop approached the journalist and completely blocked his camera, preventing him from recording anything. It seems these cops weren't aware that by doing so, they're jeopardizing the constitutional rights of this journalist, the rights that they swore to protect. One officer told the journalist he was hindering their investigation, but of course. However, the reality was that the cops were the ones interfering with his work.
Is everything okay? Can you just do me a favor?
Please don't impede my rights. I'm
Okay,
a constitutional law scholar. This will be your only warning. If you block my camera, that is prior restraint. I will file a lawsuit against you. Move your and move it now. You don't know who you're dealing with here.
I'm going to ask you to stand over here.
You know, I'm not moving.
As long as you stand back here.
If you stand in front of my camera, give me your name and badge number now. Give me your name and badge number. I'll file a lawsuit against you tomorrow. Back up. This is prior restraint. Move your ass. I'm doing my job. Back up out of my camera zone, or I'm telling you what right now. Don't block my fucking camera. I'm the press. Back up. I don't give a who you are. Stop talking to me and I'll stop talking. Back away from me. You're interfering. Sir, I'm a constitutional law scholar. Don't block my camera. I'm doing my job. Leave me alone and I'll leave you alone.
Don't come closer, please.
Eat my shorts, copper. I'm doing my job. Don't block my camera. It's called prior restraint, dunce cap. I know they don't teach you at the academy. Now you learned. Don't come up here like this. If you hadn't come up here like this, we wouldn't even be talking right now. Don't be a drone. Don't you ever block my camera. What is wrong with you guys? I'm literally just doing my job. You don't need any help.
The cop even tried to dictate where the man should stand. Interestingly, they all acted as if they are above the law, believing they had the authority to tell the journalist where to position himself in a public area. What happened to freedom of movement, huh? However, the man decided to drop a hint to the person being stopped by all the cops, advising him not to let them search him unlawfully. Believe it or not, the cops fell for it and became furious that the man was interfering with their business. After all, everyone has the right to free speech.
Vote consent. Tell them not to search your car. United States versus Williams, 2018.
Do not interfere with my stop.
This is not an interference.
Do not interfere with my stop.
Go ahead, arrest me. See what happens. I'll
I'm
chase
asking
your
you,
fucking job down,
not
buddy.
interfere with
You
my
don't
stop.
know who you're playing with right now. You can look at my channel when we're done.
You can yell
but
at me all
I
you
can
want.
say anything I want.
cannot interfere
I
with
can
my
speak
stop.
to them. Yes, I
You
can.
cannot.
You are
You cannot
mistaken.
interfere with
You are
my stop.
mistaken.
You can stand here and record all
The
you
first
want.
principle
Do
of
not
liberty
interfere
is
with
the
my stop.
right to speak. He has the right to revoke consent from that
does,
cop.
but I don't need you
You have to
yelling at
tell
them
him
while
to
they're
revoke
talking to them.
consent.
They've
I
already
can
spoken
say
to them.
anything I'd like. Don't you know anything about
Yes,
my rights?
I do.
Are you new? How
No,
long
I
you
am
been a
not.
copper for?
A very long time.
So you're a gang unit copper?
Yes, I am.
How are the gangs now since the 90s? Worse than ever. Good job. And now you don't even know the law.
This time, we're talking about a free journalist who was filming a parking lot. A cop approached him and asked him why he was filming. Honestly, since he has the right to record, this cop has no reason to be concerned, right? It's high time someone reminded all these cops about the First Amendment. When the journalist explained the law to the cop, he refused to acknowledge his mistake and apologize. Instead, he escalated the situation by claiming that the man needed a permit to film a public parking lot. He then insisted that the man must tell them which press he worked for. To make this situation even more ridiculous, the cop called for backup, as if one cop couldn't handle this journalist by himself. At least the cop who arrived knew that he had to identify himself when asked.
What's up, man? Before you try to violate my rights, man. You're on YouTube.
Just kind of want to know you're filming the parking lot back here.
Because Chapter 119 allows me, my First Amendment right allows me, I'm an independent journalist on a public sidewalk doing a story on your building. What's your name and badge number?
My name's Officer Krieger, sir.
Well, I'm an investigative reporter. I can't tell you the story. I'm on a public sidewalk. If you don't know the law, you need to get a sergeant or your watch commander.
I'm just asking you what you're doing out here, that's all.
I haven't committed a crime. I'm not answering any questions. I need my lawyer present.
Okay, sir.
His name is Nick Chodos from Handling Law. That's it.
You don't have a news crew that you're working for?
Doesn't matter. You ever heard of a private eye?
Sure, I've heard of private eyes.
Well, then-
Sometimes they're licensed.
That's fine. Oh, so you need a license? What law is that?
To be a private eye, usually, yes.
What law is that?
I don't know the exact law.
Now, what law? Hey, what's your name and badge number since you're approaching me?
My name and badge number?
Yes.
My name is Ryan. My badge number is
149. Thank you. Listen, if you don't want an internal affairs investigation done by Mark Seckley,
Okay.
I think you need to back off.
The cop thought that the man should identify himself as well. Unfortunately, these cops were convinced they were in the right because the man was filming next to the parking lot and a restricted private area. However, the man wasn't actually in those areas. These cops don't realize that anyone can film anything from public spaces without causing a disturbance. The man knew the law very well, which is why these cops couldn't do a damn thing to him. He was confident he hadn't done anything wrong.
Oh, I know I can. I know I can. And you can ask questions all you want.
You don't want to give your name and all by chance, your ID?
No, I don't have to. I haven't committed a crime.
That's fine.
You got any drugs or weapons on you?
Why would I have drug weapons on me, sir?
Oh, you don't have a weapon?
Illegal weapons?
Yeah.
Yes,
I think I smell marijuana coming out of that car, young man. I'm ready to violate your rights. You see where I'm going with this?
Sure.
You understand where I'm going with this?
Violated, yes, sir. So I don't know.
That's fine. Well, you're two armed men that approached me on the sidewalk.
Well, you're filming a restricted area.
No, but I'm not in that restricted area.
You're filming it. So
It doesn't matter. It's not illegal.
All right.
That's it. That's it. I'm going to go inside. I'm going to have them email a complaint
Go ahead.
if you don't back off. No, I'm not leaving. I'm on a public sidewalk.
I'm on an area where I'm legally allowed to be as well, so
I'm on a public sidewalk.
we have the freedom to stand here.
Oh yeah, that's fine. We can stay here all day. I have the freedom to stand on a public sidewalk.
Another cop joined his colleagues and started filming the man with his phone. And what did he expect? That the man would get scared and run away because the cops were filming him too? No way. All the cops did was make their department look desperate. The first cop claimed that the man needed a permit to film as a journalist. When asked which law required this, the cop admitted on camera that he wasn't exactly sure of the law, but was convinced it existed. This shows how little this cop knew about serving the public and the law. Clearly, this was the best he could come up with. When his story didn't make much sense, he came up with a new one, which was frankly even more ridiculous than the first. This time, he admitted he knew the man hadn't committed any crime, but argued what he was doing was unusual and they needed to investigate his motives. First of all, if they're aware he hasn't committed a crime, why are they still wasting their time and harassing the man? Also, a subjective feeling from a cop that something is suspicious doesn't amount to much. They need to have reasonable suspicion of a crime being committed.
We're gonna, thank you, make that a public record. I'm gonna FOIA request it. What's your name and badge number since you're using your phone? 639, badge number 639, Pistol Master. Let's see if he identifies. What's your name and badge number? It's your policy. Mark Seckley. All right. How do you say your last name? That's fine. Is that what you tell the judge? Any judge. Is that what you would tell the judge if you're in a courtroom? Listen. I need you to just back off, okay? I got your badge number. Now I'm going to FOIA request that phone because you used it for public record. No, you can't. I have to go downtown. That's what I do. Okay? Obviously, you don't know who I am. All right, guys. I appreciate being here. Okay? I'm going to stay on this sidewalk. I'm going to continue for a few hours doing my story, doing my documentary. Okay. You're ruining my shot. I don't appreciate it. You're trying to violate my First Amendment right.
It's a little concerning when you're filming where all the police vehicles.
Oh, why is that? Is it a gun or a cell phone?
It's the way that society is going right now, filming things like you're trying to scope it out.
Oh, so basically what you're saying is this day and age theoryology.
No, there's a lot of people that try to ambush cops.
Oh, they try to ambush them?
When you're filming an area that's restricted.
With a cell phone? With a cell phone?
Yes, sir.
Oh, they ambush them? I think if you go inside and get your sergeant and say, hey, my officer over here made a public record with his phone. He took a picture of him. Identify me. Run my name. But you're not getting it from me. I haven't committed a crime.
I didn't say you have committed a crime. Just saying you're acting a little weird.
Oh, weird?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm a journalist.
All right. Well, even journalists don't usually go around just randomly.
Yeah, they do. Obviously, listen, you don't know who I am, okay? You don't know who I am.
I'd like to know who you are, but you're not telling me. So.
It doesn't matter. He just made a public record. You can facially recognize that. It's simple. Listen.
I wish the technology was that good.
Listen.
But we don't have technology.
You think this is the first time? You think this is the first time I've been approached as a journalist outside of a police station like this? You think this is the first time?
Soon, the man decided to invoke the Fifth Amendment and remain silent. The cop saw this as an opportunity to try and turn the man's refusal to relinquish his rights against him. He claimed that the reluctance to answer their questions only made him look suspicious. Isn't this a form of manipulation by the police? It seemed like the cops were acting as if they were in the midst of a major crime investigation rather than dealing with a man who was just standing near a parking lot. Clearly, these cops were just trying to find something to fault the man for. These three cops realized they were in big trouble because the man caught them on camera lying and attempting to enforce their own made-up rules. Understanding that they couldn't handle the man, they decided to call for a sergeant, hoping he could assist them somehow. After one man outsmarted all three cops, it seems they should seriously contemplate changing their careers.
But obviously something's going on. You're doing something strange. That's why.
No. All right, I'm not going to talk. Now you act like I'm being investigated for a crime or something like that. There's probably about 300 officers in and out of Tampa Police within the past 2 years that do know who I am.
Well, I'm sure.
Okay? It's my First Amendment right. Okay? I'm out here. It's my First Amendment right to dress how I want. If I want to put this over my face because I'm allergic to the pollen.
You're not allowed to cover your face in public walkways.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to cover it the whole way, okay? My nose and my mouth is not covered.
Your identity? No, you're not allowed to do that.
But you'd have to prove that I'm trying to conceal my identity for a crime that you suspect me of. Please, stop quoting false laws.
All right, sir.
All right, thank you. All this stuff that you're telling me, if you go in there and try to look up the Florida statutes, it's not going to be there. Okay? I'm on a public sidewalk. If you want to violate my First Amendment right,
I know you're shaking. I didn't tell you.
yeah, I just drank a Venom. Hell yeah, bro.
I was asking what you're doing and why you're filming.
Oh, nobody's nervous. Nobody's nervous. I do this all the time.
Relax around us. We're here to help you.
All right, guys. So I'm gonna flip this around. You're an idiot. Yeah, you're an idiot. You're an idiot. Kick rocks. Kick rocks, asshole. Get out of here. Nobody wants you around. These guys don't know who I am. That's why I'm over here, because they switched District 3 cops and sergeants over here. 28 officers, guys, came from District 3 over here. So now, you guys, a couple of you requested me to do North Tampa. So I'm out here in North Tampa conducting First Amendment constitutionally protected activity. I got 2 assholes over here trying to violate my rights. Hey, guys. Hey, what's your name and badge number, sir? They're trying to violate my rights on a public sidewalk. They don't know who I am. I don't know if you know who I am. Okay? I'm an independent journalist.
This cop stopped a car claiming it was just a routine check to ensure the driver had their proper documents. You know, just like the Gestapo used to do. You don't need to be a law expert to know that this is illegal. I mean, what's the use of constitutional law if cops are going to just walk around demanding documentation from people? The passenger in the car immediately recognized the cop, and it seemed they had some conflict in the past. So the cop essentially stopped the woman because of him. He argued that it's a crime for any driver to be without documentation. However, he should have known that just because his wife didn't hand over her documents doesn't mean she didn't have them in the car, right? Maybe they just wanted to stand by their civil rights.
Race, because you've removed your epaulets.
I have removed my epaulets. I think you know full well why we remove our epaulets when we deal with you, Stephen.
Is there grounds for you to do that, officer?
Why are you stopping me?
I'm stopping you. Have you got your documents with you at all? It's a routine stop check to see.
Well, it's a routine stop check, but you just said it was because of me, not her.
You're partly to blame for the reason, yeah?
Partly to blame? What's that then?
What have I done? Intrigued, what have I done?
I pulled you over to check you have your documents. It's an offence. Have your documents.
Not to do with me, is it? It's not an offence. Did you just say it's not an? Did you just say it's an offence to not have your documents with you?
Offence.
Not an offence.
No,
Is
it
it?
is an offence.
Under what section of the Road Traffic Act 1988?
I'm not going to ask your question, Stephen, while you're filming me, okay?
Okay, well, I have every right to film,
Have
yeah.
you got any idea with this woman, Mrs. Wynn?
You know who she is.
I don't know your full name and stuff, do I? So have you got any idea with her at all?
I want to know.
Hang on, can I just ask you something? You said it's an offence to use what documents do I have to
For any
carry?
person not to have their documents removed when they're in the vehicle, okay, you have to have your documents.
Hang
We give
on.
you a form, which is a 7-day produce.
Oh, that's alright, yeah, that's fine, because I...
But it's actually an offence to not have the documents with
Do you know
you
what
while you're
didn't-
driving.
Right, well, she hasn't got a document, so what are you going to do?
I didn't know that.
It's not, and Mummy, he's wrong.
That's
He's
what I
wrong.
thought.
He's
I didn't
wrong.
think it was...
You're wrong.
Right, Stephen.
I'm sorry.
Don't wink at me, okay?
Hang on a sec.
No, I want your number, please, and I'd like to see your warrant card, please. Can I see your warrant card, please? Can I see your warrant card,
As you're
please?
stopping me, can I see your warrant card, please?
The cop kept troubling this woman, claiming she needed her husband's permission to drive the car since it wasn't hers. Whenever the man in the passenger seat tried to speak up, the cop insisted that he could only talk to the driver, as if he feared being outsmarted by the man. Nevertheless, the man kept challenging the cop and asked him for a warrant card, which the cop would need if he believed this type of traffic stop was lawful. As expected, the cop ignored the man. The man then lit a cigarette, causing the cop to recoil. He ordered the man to put out his cigarette because he found the smoke repulsive. Well, if it bothers him, he can always leave, right?
Your epaulets on.
Can I see your ID, please? This vehicle comes out with David Webb. Who I'm
Yes, my
presuming
husband,
you
yeah.
yourself. Okay, so have you got anything to prove that you're able to drive it? Any insurance, driving licence, any ID, and I'll run you through the box, and if it comes up with the insurance, then you can go on your way.
Well, you said I'm partly to blame, and why am I over this way, so...
I can give you a...
Anything with your name on will be fine.
something with my name on it, probably.
This officer has no epaulets on, refuses warrant card and name. Formal complaint will be lodged.
Good for you, Stephen, eh?
I'll talk...
Can I have your name, though, because you're stopping me?
What's your day of birth, please, Mr.
17
Webb? Don't blow your cigarette in my face, Stephen.
No,
I'm not blowing my
no.
cigarette.
Dirty and disgusting.
Hang on, it was
Remove
David.
your cigarette.
Steve,
I'm not blowing my cigarette.
The officer, driven by a craving for authority, began writing down the woman's license plate to search for her details in the system. Given she had chosen not to reveal her identity, he quickly started writing a ticket for some unspecified reason. This action likely gave him a fleeting sense of empowerment or authority. A profound problem with officers like him is their apparent misconception about the nature of respect and authority within the community. They seem to overlook the fact that genuine respect from citizens stems from exemplary conduct. compassion, and integrity in their role as protectors of the peace. Respect, after all, is something to be diligently earned through actions that inspire trust and admiration, not something to be forcefully demanded or extracted through intimidation or overreach. Suck on that, capo.
Yeah, that's comes out to your...
Can I have a slip then to say what you've stopped me for and who you are?
You don't need a slip, stop you, do you?
I do.
Need them.
I do. Why have you stopped me?
What slip would that be? I've stopped you to do a personal check. To
Right.
see who you are.
Under what law?
This vehicle, okay? And the road traffic law.
Which one?
Which one? Go ahead. Yeah, that's lovely. Cheers for that. Okay. Obviously, you've been stopped for two reasons. Obviously, the reasons being, obviously, this vehicle comes back to David Webb.
Right.
You're not David, you're his wife, Janice.
Yeah, but if you check the insurance, you'd find it was fully insured
so
for me.
I've done that now. That's fine.
Right.
The second
So
being,
what?
obviously,
Mr. No, hang on. What law did you stop me
So
under?
I'm not going into the full details. If you want to make an issue about this, you can contact the police station and find out. There's no road traffic.
That's why.
Could we have your collar number?
Section on that, I couldn't exactly tell you.
That's fine, but who are you?
Okay, I'm refusing to tell you who I am.
You are refusing, are you?
And the reason being for that is it's noted on the control that I'm refusing to tell you these details.
Is it?